Hey guys, it's Kira. Yesterday and the day before yesterday, I bottled up some kombucha for its second fermentation. Today, I decided to go ahead and start 2 new brews, and I decided to go ahead and make my own 2 new Scobies. And I wanted to count how many Scobies are in my hotel, so I figured as well turn on my camera and show you what I'm doing and all that fun stuff. So to make my own Scobies, I just use mason jars, and I grab kombucha that's from the hotel and just set it in here. I made sure to add some of the good goopiness that was settling up on the bottom. I made sure to use that good goopiness that was on the bottom so that it gets in there real good. Because what that is it's bacteria and yeast that's going to help form the new Scoby. So once I have them in my new jars, I cover them and use little rubber bands to keep that secure, especially now that it's getting warmer, so that the fruit flies and the house flies don't get into it. It also keeps dust particles out. So I just let it sit back towards the lights. This one's empty. I'm gonna have to move everything around anyway, but I just let it sit back towards the lights, and I literally just let it sit for a month basically, and it'll form a nice little Scoby right around here, and it'll take on the shape of my mason jar. I've made more intricately shaped mason jar. I've made some more intricately shaped Scobies before because I've got some interestingly shaped mason jars, but mostly I just use this, or if I have it available, I use the bigger ones, but right now all of my bigger ones are in use. So it's a little bit over a cup of kombucha. It's finished kombucha that I had with my Scoby hotel, so it's good and potent, and I just wait. That's how I make new Scobies. Apart from when I brew, it makes a new baby Scoby along with the mama Scoby. But if I just want a new Scoby to give away to a friend or to sell, that's how I do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark the date on these so I know how long they've been going for. Alright, there we go. Now that we've got these set aside, I want to know how many Scobies I actually have in here, and I bet there's a whole bunch stuck together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my super big measuring cup, and I'm going to take them out one by one, count them, or I'm going to take them all out. You know what? Scratch that. I'm going to take them all out and put them all in here. And then one by one, I'm going to put them back and count them so that I know how many I have in my big old hotel. So I'm just going to, you want to do this with super clean hands, okay? Hey, baby girl.
Ow.
Ow, what happened?
Okay.
You're okay?
Okay.
As you can tell, most of these are attached to each other, and we will be separating them. And some of these are tiny still. Alright, that's all of them. Alright, so now we are going to count Scobies and separate them. You want to be, alright, the first one I'm pulling up is already, you can tell, is attached to a whole bunch of different Scobies. So you're going to want to be super gentle, but you can tell where one starts and one stops. You just gently pull it apart. It's okay if it rips. So you want to super gently pull it apart. All right, it ripped a little bit, but here's one. All right, here's another one. Separate this. There's two. Here's three. And as you can tell, it's got that more interesting shape. It's got a little hole in it. That's okay. So, three. I'll put the liquid back in. So we have 17. What did I do with my marker? There it is. All right. So I'm gonna put the date on. Oop. So I'm going to put the date on, and 17. All right. So I put on the date, which is April 17th today. Hotel, and 17 are inside. I know some of them are really thin. In those cases, I pick 2 or 3 of the really thin ones for one brew for a gallon, and usually they fuse together eventually and then or thicken up, and that's how I like to do it. But that is how I separate Scobies. That is how I store them. This is how I count them. I put the lid back on and rubber band it and set it back in the side. And that is how